This presentation, From Sin to Peace, explores a critical mental shift, seeing harmful actions not as unforgivable sins, but as correctable errors. We will examine how this single distinction changes our inner experience, from fear and guilt toward learning, healing, and lasting peace. When an action occurs, the mind has a choice: interpret it as sin or as error. If we label it sin, we lock ourselves into guilt and punishment. If we label it error, we open the door to learning and correction. This distinction is what makes genuine salvation and inner change possible. The ego fuses two very different drives: the demand for punishment and the desire for correction. When we believe punishment is the same as correction, the mind becomes stuck and fearful. We cannot truly heal anything that we are also trying to attack or destroy at the same time. Here we see the architecture of sin, the ego's paradigm. First, it assumes minds can attack. Second, it treats the act as irreversible, a permanent stain. Finally, it concludes the mind is forever guilty. This rigid structure leaves no room for growth, learning, or authentic reconciliation. The cycle of punishment is a closed loop. We begin with belief in attack, move into permanent guilt, then demand punishment, which reinforces separation. Each turn of this chain isolates the mind further. Without intervention, there is no natural exit from this self-reinforcing system. In contrast, the architecture of error, aligned with the Holy Spirit, views a harmful act as a misstep in learning. The act is reversible. It can be corrected and made right. As a result, the mind expects guidance, not retribution, and becomes willing to accept correction and move forward. This master matrix compares two operating systems for the mind. Under sin, acts are irreversible, call for punishment, and leave us forever guilty, ending in separation. Under error, mistakes are part of learning, call for correction, and lead to absolution, salvation, and genuine peace. The myth of punishment claims that pushing a mind down will somehow lift it up. In reality, punishment isolates and deepens guilt. Correction, by contrast, integrates. It raises the mind out of guilt, restores wholeness, and creates the conditions where sustainable change can occur. The role of the Redeemer is to break the guilt chain from outside the system. A mind trapped in the belief in sin cannot free itself. The Holy Spirit reinterprets the act, replacing condemnation with absolution. This external perspective opens a path out of attack, guilt, and punishment. Healing begins with a shift in categorization. An offense triggers us, but we pause at the prism of perception. In that pause, we pivot. Instead of calling the act a sin, we label it an error. As we do, the demand for punishment dissolves, and space opens for genuine correction to enter. By consistently choosing correction over punishment, relationships become temples of healing. They turn into safe spaces where weary minds can rest and learn. From this foundation, seeing actions as errors, not sins, peace grows from within and extends outward, unobstructed, to everyone involved. The ultimate vision invites us to look through the eyes of our Redeemer and see each other as He does. We are asked not to let sin keep us separate, but to practice correction instead of punishment, and to recognize the shared, innocent reality of the mind that unites us in peace.